Good morning, everybody. Good morning, family. I love you too. You know what's so crazy, y'all? Can y'all believe we really going on 2 years? Ain't that so crazy? We really going on 2 years of doing this. People didn't believe in us. That's okay. We didn't need them to because our daddy believed in us so much so that he told us what was coming. He knew we was going to do the right thing with the information. You see that? People freaking, people freaking out, ain't they? Y'all know folks that's freaking out? Who's starting to see the Christians freak out? They gonna be running around like chickens with their heads cut off in a minute. Good morning. Y'all seeing the Christians getting all nervous and stuff? The church folks, they nervous as hell. They scrambling. Listen, I got a lot of them in my family. They moving around. Everybody, the end of the world is a buzz now. Ain't they shaking? Oh, Israel at war. We gotta get ready. The Lord on his way back. This our daddy been at the door. He been sitting outside in the car for a minute chilling. Y'all just wasn't paying no attention because y'all was in here asleep. We was up getting ready. Wasn't we, family? Good morning. We was up getting ready. We ain't been asleep this year, have we? We was up getting ready, honey, and was and is still. They sure are. My family too. Come on, Heather. All of a sudden they can see. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? We talked about this. We talked about it. We talked about that all of these things meant that the Bible was true. We talked about it. And now they gotta be scrambling. Cause we don't know what's gonna happen. It's getting real ugly. I was online yesterday looking around, looking at different things that's happening. They just started up that damn draft, which we talked about that too, didn't we? Did we talk about it? We talked about the draft. We talked about all of these things last year. You remember I said I'm trying to prepare my mind to understand that I could be gone or my kids could be gone or my grandkids could be gone. Like I don't know, but we don't know what's about to happen. They talking about they kicking in doors and somewhere and assassinating people. It ain't even the holidays yet. Come on. And now that we have all these UN people over here, what you think they about to be trying to do over here? That was in Israel? Okay. Why y'all think that we got these people we got over here now? Good morning. We took a little break. I do remember, yeah. All of these things that we've studied about in our class. Now y'all see why I said I didn't want scripted classes. Do y'all see why I said I didn't want scripted classes now? I wanted the Holy Ghost to flow through and whatever God wanted us to talk about because I told you whatever we study is for later. Just think if I would have only did scripted classes and only stayed on one subject, we would not know all this stuff. Yesterday, Amazon had water straws on sale 50% off because we knew they. Do I have a backup page? No, it's not me. If they offering you any kind of regions and stuff, I don't do none of that stuff. Report them, right? So I just want to say I wrote in my journal about y'all today, and I told God thank you for every soul that listened. Do y'all realize we could be over 1 million people strong around the world that are ready? I'm sure we are because just with the numbers that we have in our community times three, that's already over 1 million people. And that ain't counting the people that have been here, watched, and went, and they come back and they not a part of the community. I know for a fact that God blessed us to get at least 1 million people ready in this 2 years. And that's families of 4, families of 3, families of 6, families of 9 and 10 have something more than what they had. You should feel happy that you didn't give up and you kept yapping at your people, because whether they got at the end of now, maybe they'll go get some now. But at least we did what we were supposed to do. We was not greedy. My mom talking about getting her survival. Girl sent her on the survival 2.0 so she could get a list, girl. I sent it out a couple times yesterday. I said, yeah, so I don't have time to talk about it. Here you go. This is a video. I told y'all I'm not trying to say I told y'all say. So I'm going to say we already knew. And we already knew because we believe in God. We believe in what he says. And even if the world does not think it's serious, we take heed. Good morning. I'm getting my survival kit ready as well for my daughter and I both. Come on now. Who's happy they rearranged their finances? Who's happy they stopped spending money on stuff they didn't need? I told y'all, I said this stuff is not going to be valuable. Please don't spend no more money on stupid stuff. Are you not happy? You should be ecstatic because people about to start all that fighting in the stores, all that stuff running out because everybody trying to go hurry up and stock up. All the stuff that we talked about last year, almost 2 years ago now. And I don't keep repeating that to say, oh, whatever. I'm saying you in your mind, your stomach should move every time you think about God thinking enough of you to get you ready, to protect your children, to be able to feed your children, to be able to warm your house if you need to, because it's about to get ugly. You said, yep, our Dollar Tree hasn't restocked in a month. Didn't I tell y'all stuff wasn't going to be moving? Good morning. Who believes stuff ain't going to be moving now? Who believes that the gas is going to have to go to the raw? We talked about it. We talked about stuff being on back order, didn't we? Do you hear me? I do. I told my mom they're going to clear out what's left trying to cook Thanksgiving. Okay. Ain't none of that, baby. We frying chicken and some mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving. We gonna need this food. It's about to be a $30 dinner. What? Ain't nobody doing that. We gonna need that food. Spend no two, three, four, $700, $900 on no dang meal, baby. That's so much survival food you could eat for almost a year if you do it right. Eggs are expensive now. Oh, we know. I'm gonna show you how we knew that. Just give me one moment. Let me go in here to my handy dandy shelf. Let's see how we knew that. We knew that a year ago. I'm gonna show y'all how we knew. For the people that's new and the people that's creeping and looking at my page, I'm gonna show you a little bit. I ain't gonna bring all my stuff in, because it's too much. But let me show you. You see this right here? You see this? Good morning, Auntie. It's the whole world, honey. This is Armageddon. Armageddon has started. It actually started last year after the Olympics. Our good old boy Nostradamus told us that was going to happen about however 400, 500 years ago. Yeah. So we had these last year, didn't we, family? We had powdered eggs right before the egg crisis happened, right before eggs went up to $7 for one. We knew that the milk was gonna go bad, and so we bought powdered milk and heavy whipping cream powder. First headline said World War III, baby, Armageddon. We knew that the fruits and vegetables was gonna go bad, so we got some of this kind of stuff right here since it wasn't gonna be no fresh berries, and if they letting off biochemical warfare, we ain't gonna want to eat nothing that's been grown outside anyway. We went on and took care of that. We knew that the cows and stuff was gonna kill over once it's opened. This is shelf life 30 years, honey. 30 years. And once it's open, I believe it's like a year or two. I don't know. You would have to read each can because they're different, but this has a shelf life of 30 years. Mm-hmm. We knew that the chickens was going to go bad, didn't we, family? Did we know? We did. Mm-hmm. We knew that it might not be a lot of meat and stuff, so my auntie sent me these. No, did I buy these? I can't remember if you bought me these, auntie, or if I got these myself. But we got, and it's more stuff we have, but yeah, we knew. Good to Go is a Canadian-based company that has a lot of options for freeze dry foods and supplies. Thank you, Robert. Good to go, y'all. They said. So I need water and coffee. Give me a minute, and then we gonna do this class real quick. Let everybody get in. My laundry room got bags of stuff. Come on, turn my storage into a pantry. And did. Y'all see, I ain't even got no living room type board, nothing. It's a whole storeroom in there. What I need, ain't nobody gonna be coming over here to eat. Don't nobody come visit me anyway. So then, yeah, I don't need all that. That's why I ain't never got. Y'all done seen me in there. Y'all seen that shelf behind me, and I got stuff outside. Like what? Mm-mm. Who's happy about TikTok and YouTube now? See, TikTok came through. We never knew that TikTok was gonna be so valuable, did we? Never knew. I'm so grateful for TikTok. And I called it stupid for about 5 years for sure. I told y'all my kids kept trying to get me on here. I was like, hell no, that's dumb. I don't want no parts of it. And then, where do you work? TikTok? Where do you work? We got Canberra and everything. Come on. Okay, I have a question. And then I'm going to go make my coffee and give me some water. Who understands that if you wait for the news to tell you it's too late, for real, for real? Come on, Justice. More equipped spiritually. Come on. My daddy did that. He needs well trained soldiers. You understand? He needs soldiers that's going to listen. It's all these folks talking about they in the army of the Lord, but they are AWOL, honey. Come on. Come on. We already know if the news telling us it's already too late. They didn't already do what they gonna do. But look at my daddy. The spirit of prophecy is real if it's coming from somebody that's truly connected to the source. Because how many people have told y'all during this year and a half, this last 20 months, that you was crazy, that you was brainwashed, that you was being misled, that you don't have to do all that? Because it's not that serious. And now what? That hit hard. Because after this year, I'm way stronger spiritually and physically. Come on. It's about to rain. Good morning. Good morning. A lot of people have said it to me or just looked at me crazy. Who y'all feel like they crazy or you feel like you crazy now? And I know at times you probably thought, what the hell am I doing? But then you something in you said, nah, keep going. Keep going. Keep buying stuff. Don't wait. Y'all know how many people I talk to and they like, I got my stuff still in the cart. How many times y'all hear me say, get that mess out the cart and get it in your house? Quit buying this and quit buying that. Because you got it in your cart. That ain't doing no good. If they shut all of the trucks and stuff down, you won't get your stuff. My whole family turned when I tried warning them about that. Wow. Wasted so many years in church. Thankful you let God. Oh, don't. Oh, Kara. Well, you didn't waste them. You got a foundation. You said, come on, how about when the power goes out there? What? I got you. I'm a technician. I got you right on. We don't need people. See, y'all don't even know what CERCA got planned. I'm working on something. Give me a minute. We gonna need everybody's talents. That's why I'm so happy y'all told me what y'all talents was since we've been here. Because in our communities, we're gonna need these people. We're gonna need electricians. We're gonna need plumbers. We're gonna need builders. We're gonna need artists. We're gonna need folks that grow. We're gonna need folks that was in public service. If you know what I mean, that know how to use their stuff that they got and know how to patrol and know we gonna need everybody. We're gonna need all y'all gifts in order to make it through what is getting ready to happen. Do you hear? This is why God used me to tell y'all, hey, find out what he put in you. Find out what other gifts he put in you. Yeah, you got a job, but what did God put down on the inside of you? Because those are going to be the things that are going to, when there's no money. Think about all the people that only use their gift for money. Ain't about to be no money. I said, God gave you your gift freely. Why do you charge people for it? He'll supply the money if you do right. Now, some things I get it, but for the most part, because in a minute, you're going to have to barter for your gift. There won't be no money. So the whole I ain't doing nothing unless I get paid then went out the window, folks. So now what? You just ain't gonna do nothing. Oh, I don't do nothing for free. Ooh. Says everybody in the world. Well, let's see, about 8 months from now, if that's the case. Dehydrated food on sale. Last day of Prime. Come on, Auntie. I just made a post asking black folks what we got to do. Can't be no separation. Honey, let me tell you something. Right now, it's not about color. Don't be fooled by that. Listen to me. This is not about to be about color. I promise you it's not. This is about to be who got the spirit of God and who don't. I wouldn't give a damn if you was green. If God sent you to me and we supposed to walk through this mess that's coming, listen, I ain't banning with family, friends that I've known a long time. Have you not seen the movies? That be the one that be and took all the food and cut it out. Oh no, I'm only dealing with the people that God's sending to me, baby, because we gonna have the same view. Family done stuck you before, ain't they? Family done disappointed you before, right? Ain't the family the ones that was calling you crazy? And 9 times out of 10, they probably black. I mean, white too, but I'm saying it ain't no just, oh, I'm about to band with white people, I'm about to band with Spanish people. No, this is, you better find some people, no matter what they color, that love God, that believe the word for real, that's not faking, test their spirit so you can know who you got to depend on in these situations. Shit. Because all my family called me crazy and said they wasn't getting nothing. So ain't no way I'm banding with them niggas. Because then they just gonna want to get all of the things that I have acted like an ant and been collecting over the time. No, we not doing that. Give a damn about no color now. Nope. Hate to say it because most of the people of my color that I talked to didn't listen to nothing I said. Hate to say it. And they got my blood running through their veins. I just put on one of my other social medias. I said, hey, remember y'all said I was in a reprobate mind and God wasn't talking to me? Looks like y'all wasn't connected to the right source. How them storehouses looking over there? Did your pastor get you ready not to take the mark? I did not get one like, one happy face, one mean face, one nothing. Everybody just ignored it. Indeed, they did. They ignored that. Because they all used to band together, my friends and other people on my Facebook and whatnot, different social medias that I had back in the day. And they would, you know, talk real good and crazy to me. I done got called all kind of names. I tell you that. But guess what? Every single time that God told me to tell people something, it happened. It's about to be a lot of people laid in the street because they think they're just about to go and be able to take people's stuff, and it's not going to happen. We have not been sacrificing how we have but to let you come in here and take our stuff. We've been doing our babies. Our babies been on drills, learning how to be quiet, learning emergency routes from school. Who remembers we talked about that? Y'all remember? We talked about making our kids be quiet because we don't know who's gonna be outside. How long ago did we start that training? Oh, judgment's been happening, honey. How long ago did we do that, y'all? Did we start training our kids to be quiet in only almost 2 years ago? Come on, Auntie. The quiet game, to sit and be quiet, to not rebuttal when we talk because we don't know. I said, if you love your child, you better get them in line because it could cost you and your family y'all life. You had a conversation about your grandkids in emergency rooms. They wasn't asking these parents, can they give them potassium iodide for nothing? The waivers, remember? A lot of y'all signed waivers late last year when school was getting out and early this year when school started. Daycares was giving out, can we give your children potassium iodide papers? 5, 6, 7 months after we already have bought it. And the only reason I know is because people in our community told us. Because they are the people that got handed the papers like, sir, remember you was talking about, look what they just. This was for daycares, junior high, high school, the whole rip. Wasn't it, y'all? Y'all the ones that told us. How many people were angry last year that you didn't even know that it was a disaster preparedness website for your state? And that's where they put all the information. Y'all remember when we found that out? That it was a disaster preparedness thing for every state, but they didn't have that on the news, did they? That wasn't being posted every single place, like the Alabama chair incident or whatever, was it? And remember, they was telling people to get emergency packs, and they was like, wait a minute, they ain't put none of this on the news. It ain't in the newspaper. It ain't nothing. You remember, Auntie? The EBS system was out June 1st, this whole emergency thing, and everybody laughed at us when we was talking about it in June, the beginning of June. And then in October, it was a real thing. Yeah, in Chicago, they had celebs doing commercials on the radio about being prepared. Come on. Okay. I'm getting a coffee. I'll be back. Yeah, we was ahead of the game. I'm telling you, this why y'all need to be happy. All right, y'all. Oh, I saw that they talking about Missouri blackouts too. Power outages is what they said. They pulled out some dinosaur thing, cutting down trees and whatnot. I said, oh Lord. Y'all know what it is. At least we was ready, right? We was ready. It's somewhat ready. You just ain't out here bad like most of the world today. Trying to hurry up and put stuff in your cart and move them. There's people that put money on what you call it, trips and stuff, right? They plan for next year, the year after that, and I said I love y'all, but don't be Christmas. You get a good $100 a kid if you got that. I wouldn't do no more than that. And I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do, but you think they'll want a new toy or a sandwich every day? They got enough toys. Waterproof boots would be a good Christmas present just in case you have to walk a long way. I ain't seen it, but I wouldn't be surprised, girl. There's a lot of spiritual things that happen in this place. It's the last place to let go of slavery. They still got a lynching pole down there by the. It's still there at the courthouse where they used to sell the niggas at. It's still there. They still hang niggas here. They do. They just don't put it on the news, but they do. What should you have at home? I'm gonna show y'all. We got these videos on YouTube called Survival and Survival 2.0. You'll want to go over there, and it goes through a whole list. Just go to CERCA TROVA. If you type in CERCA Survival, it's gonna come up. CERCA Survival on Google or whatever. And what's crazy is it comes up, and then just put YouTube, and it'll come on up. Right there, and dude, it's right there. So just you welcome. And I go through everything I feel like you need. Yeah, we is Google certified though. My friend said yesterday it's so weird seeing you on TV. Like, cause she'll watch, I guess, on YouTube. She said, "Fred, it is weird seeing you on this TV." I said, "I know that's why I don't too much watch myself either, cause it damn is weird to go on other people's websites and hear my voice, or you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's still using that good old the mermaid video. So to go on another person's page and hear my voice on that thing, I'll be like, this is crazy. Ooh, that's weird. You know, it's still new to me. Even though it's been 2 years, it's still kind of weird. So when my friend said it made me feel better that I don't, she's like, friend, it's weird. I know, it is. To see me on your TV, yeah, it's real weird. It is. So now that we've talked about the end of the world, I hope everybody loves me. Proverbs 31. ERV, please. You said you're about to make me cry. Well, I just say put your gear on. If you ain't got any of your protective gear near you, I say go on and grab it. Please. Quickly. I'll give you a moment to run to your locker. You gonna need your helmet, your pads, your cup, your steel toe boots, and hopefully something to catch all of this stuff that I'm about to be pictured at you. Get your umpire gear too. Don't forget that because it might get a little in. I might throw some stomach jabs. I don't know. You said I'm trying to put my makeup on. Uh-oh. Well, amen. A neck brace too, and see. Mm-mm. I'm just gonna say get y'all stuff now because y'all be trying to say all more, y'all. So just get your stuff. You said, guess I'm in the right place early day and is. Uh-huh. We right here. We about to just go on and get our stuff on. Y'all ready? You said, oh God. Proverbs 31. ERV, please. Good morning, song. So we're gonna say that this message is androgynous. Y'all know that word, right? What's androgynous mean? This is gonna be an androgynous message. What does that mean? Tell me. I'm good. No, not gender specific. Male and female. So it's gonna go both ways. Like some of amen. Amen. Yeah, that part. So we gonna go on over here. I'm gonna just stay in my lane, but y'all know. Okay, it's an androgynous man. um, yeah. I'm just gonna go on over here and do this. Listen. Good morning, there, Justice. I'm just gonna go on to the look at Auntie looking at us up. After her grandma or auntie always say something crazy, they get to looking down at what is it? I need to and they just move on. Like, wait a minute, you gonna shatter my whole world and then turn around and act like you can't see? Well, you sure saw good enough to shoot that arrow in my eye, didn't you? It didn't. Your sight didn't look like it wasn't working back then. We're going to the easy read version, please and thank you. I'm just saying. Look, we're just gonna move on. Um, yes. Okay. It's the truth. Are we ready? Proverbs 31, easy read version, please. Yes. Okay. It says, these are the wise sayings. What does wise mean? Good morning. I'm up early morning. Every morning early, y'all. I just don't be knowing if y'all on here, and sometimes I'll be just talking to my daddy for 4 hours before I get up and talk to people. What does wise mean? What's the definition for wise? Good morning. Having knowledge and good judgment. Having knowledge and good judgment. Thank you, Tatiana. Having knowledge and good judgment. So you can have the knowledge, but if you don't know what to do with it, it's useless. Right? We know this. Having the ability to discern or judge what is true. Thank you. Oh, so you're not misled easily if you got some wisdom, right? Okay. It says these are the wise sayings that King Lemuel's mother taught him. Mother. His mother. So his mother had some wisdom. She said, come here, boy. You a king, but let me tell you something. How many mothers instruct their sons, and how many parents, we're going to say parents, instruct their children in wrongdoings, in things that are not wise? Like teaching their children to steal and hurt and do whatever they want to do with no consequence. Is that wise? To let your kids be disrespectful to other people, is that wisdom? To not make your child mind, is that wisdom? Mm. Little Bobby jumping on other people's couches. They say take your shoes off. He said no. What? Kids did not talk to me like that. They still don't. I don't. What? Get up. I'm not gonna tell you again. I don't know. What? I'm not gonna do it. Oh, but you are. One way or another. You gotta get that done. Because I'm not gonna do it. Because think about this. We are in a time where we already know they can come in our house and do whatever they want to do. Your disobedient child not listening could cost them their life. Not staying in the house, because they're going to put some curfews out. It's going to be a lot of things that are getting ready to be restricted. And if you are not teaching your 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, hey, we in a time now, you going to have to, it ain't going to be all that. They not going to care about no social media, none of that. And they done pulled out this draft. You remember we talked about raw strategy? Who remembers us talking about raw strategy? Is that nothing? That's something we've been talking about this whole year, right? Raw strategy, haven't we? And being strategic. And a lot of people, I told y'all to go talk to the people that used to be in the armed services and ask them about raw strategy. Y'all remember? That was one of your assignments, to go talk to somebody that used to serve.
and understand. You don't think it's weird that we did that class and look where the world is at right now? My daddy be dropping jewels. He do all the time. He be letting us know what's coming. Hopefully y'all see that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You was doing homework before the assignment even came. For real. Ooh. What? The Lord, I lost his battery. What you talking about? Can't talk to my brother. He becomes an emotional wreck. I know some other people. They head sunk down in their shoulders, but that ain't. You gotta get up. My daddy went to Vietnam twice and will not talk to us about it. How to prepare and survive. It's a real thing. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it takes them back, and then they don't want to go and remember because they have to see it in their sleep. So I get that. But I'm just saying, you could just talk to somebody that didn't go to combat, but still understands war strategy. Don't traumatize nobody. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he don't have to teach you, Jeanette. No, he don't. God got other people, baby. God is not going to send you to nobody that don't got nothing for you. So he might not be the one just because they your parent or whatever. No, that don't have to be them. It don't. It absolutely don't. It might not even be his job. His job might not come till later. We don't know. It could be someone else easily. If you only wait to get it from your family, you might not get it. And that's why I didn't wait. I'm not about to keep asking you when you. I'm gonna move on to somebody that's gonna help. I'm not about to keep going to a well that don't got no water in it now. Mm-mm. And that's in all areas. That's relationships. That's business. Everything. I'm not. Ain't nothing over here for me. So why I'm gonna keep coming back over here? It's a waste of time. No, that ain't gonna happen. Okay, let's move on. So we know that this king, his mama, she had something to say to him. So let's get it popping. She said, I prayed for a son and did. And that was my first child. And I only got one boy. Dang it. I should have prayed for two. I should have prayed for two sons. I prayed for a son and got a son. That's it. And then all girls after that. Lord Jesus, why you do me like that? Moving on. Whew. And you are the son I gave birth to. Don't waste your strength on women. I'm going to read that again. You said I pray for all sons and got three. Yeah, you got to be careful of your words, queen. You are the son I gave birth to. Don't waste your strength on women. What is a man's strength? It's a nice word for it. Don't get in here being graphic either. What is his strength? Maybe better. His seed. His seed. Because they pass right on out after they let go of that, don't they? Ooh. Hey, wake up! Where you nigga? That's how a lot of, robberies happen. They get him in the mix, so right when he get ready to go and he ain't got no strength at that time. That's when a man is most vulnerable. No, for real. His mama said, hey, be careful who you lay with. Don't waste your strength, your seed on a woman. Am I wrong? A man can wake up out of his sleep fighting. That ain't nothing. But in that moment when he is releasing his seed, guess what happens? He's the weakest. He ain't even in the room. Her son is a king. Every woman want the man that's at the top. So the first first thing that she told her son is, hey, be careful who you lay with. Be careful who you give your strength to. Because think about this, what they just tell us. When a man sleep with a woman, it's like putting a tracking system on him. Their DNA intertwines if there is a release of fluids that they connect that way. That's how she can feel who he's with and she can know what's going on. Well, that's not good if the person ain't good for you. A not good woman don't need to be able to have a tracking system on him, do she? Delilah and Samson, and however many other women that have caused men to lose their lives and go to Sheol, all because that thing was stinging. Women too. This is not, remember I said this is an androgynous message. It goes both ways. There are women that have lost their lives in behind a man because he's got a soul tied to them, can find them wherever they go, and he don't mean them no good. So be careful who you give your strength to. Yes, that thing be thinking, girl. Listen here, that nigga's on you down, moving on. I know about your tracking systems. You hear me? How you find me? I am halfway across the country, nigga. You don't even know nobody here. What is you doing here? What? In my mind, daddy, give me a way of exit. I didn't, cause see, I ain't got to pull out no phone and talk to him. In my mind, oh, this crazy nigga that found me. God, I need you to send forces. Make some people come talk to him real quick so I can get out of here. I didn't know. How did he find me, Dad? Come get me. He ain't even supposed to be over here. What is going on in this place? Hey, come get me. Oh, y'all think I'm joking. I'm so serious. That tracking device stuff real. You hear me? Queen. Nigga found you halfway across the country. And this was before the internet and all of that whole you could get online and see their location. For real. You didn't have to see these new kids they don't be tuned in. But back in the day, Shirley and them, they knew exactly where to go. Didn't they? Shirley and Bob, baby. If they for some reason you just felt drawn to this area of the city that you ain't never been in, because your other half is over there, the tracking system. Look, see, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Listen. But I say that to say this. This woman was giving her son the game because most powerful men have lost everything in behind who? There's powerful women that have lost everything in behind a relationship they're not supposed to be having. So we know that this is wise information because we see it happen every day. Her son was a king. Basically, what she was telling him is everybody around you ain't got your best interest at heart. And they'll normally use a woman or a person of the opposite sex to reel you in. Be careful. We saw Solomon lost his. Come on. She was dragging that wagon, wasn't she? He said, God dang it, I done had them all, but that one right there, baby, I'll risk it all for her. Listen, and did. You hear me? He was a bumbling fool after that. That was good, but I just didn't know. Yeah, look at the ghost around here. Look at the, you see it? He's seeing bugs all over me and everything. Boy, how? Took him on out the game, didn't she? She sucked that soul out of him, didn't she? Literally, because guess what? He lost out with God. First, God just took his favor. Then he took his mind. God was going to let him keep all of his stuff. But then God removed his spirit because he couldn't quit connecting with this lady. We in Proverbs 31, ERV. Hold on. This is an androgynous message. Women. The DD. Same thing. Women have lost their life over a man. They have lost everything, their children, over a man. Do you hear me? I don't know if he lost his eyes. Maybe he did. I don't know for sure. Samson lost his eyes. Okay. Women destroy kings, so don't waste yourself on them. I'm going to go back and read that whole thing. I prayed for a son. You are the son I gave birth to. Don't waste your strength on women. Women destroy kings, so don't waste yourself on them. What is it that men do now? They waste their money, time, and effort on not good women. Women that don't really have no value. Or their interests at heart. Good interests. Okay. Lemuel, it is not wise for kings to drink wine. It is not wise for rulers to want beer. They may drink too much and forget what the law says. What does society tell you to do right now? It's something in this liquor. The air is getting thicker. Blame it on the liquor. 2 cups. In our society right now, it is the hookup culture too, but also to be out of your mind. To be so drunk and so high that you have absolutely no idea of what's going on. Drinking every day. And I'm not a glass of wine or two. I'm talking about till you passed out on a video and we see you bent over and contorted in a position you shouldn't even be able to be bent over in. Laying under the wheels of cars. A drink has turned into a whole bottle, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sun up to sundown drinking. Come on. Come on. Okay. It says they may drink too much and forget what the law says. Then they might take away the rights of the poor. Give beer to people without hope. Where have we seen this at? This is how a lot of people get on drugs real bad. There's somebody that sees that this person has lost hope and they'll give them a shot of something that takes them even lower than where they already were. I have a person I knew that was going through a situation. We was the same age. She was going through a lot, and a lady handed her a pipe. And by the time we was 21, we both had kids like 15, 16. By the time we was 21, she was drunk all the way out. to the point where they took her kids and everything. And she did like 8, 10 years in jail or something for neglect and all of this. You saw this girl already having a hard time. She had like 3, 4 kids by the time she was. Wait a minute, why would you do that? And this was just in early 2000s. This was not handed her the old school blicky. And when it was coming reports and stuff, I'm like, nah, man, nah, yeah. It's the same thing happening right now. That's why smoke shops and liquor stores are all over the poor areas. You hit it on the nail. You hit it on the nail. The 144,000 is just the heads of the people. I just want y'all to know that. You do know that, right? The 144,000, when God lists people, he normally only lists the heads, the people in charge. You know that? He always just lists the leaders. Most times he don't list the people. Mm-hmm. Anyway, okay, here we go. Give beer to people without hope. Give wine to those who are in trouble. Let them drink to forget their troubles. So basically, hold on. She said, I pray for a son. You are the son I gave birth to. Don't waste your strength on women. Destroy kings. Women destroy kings. So she's telling him, be wise. You know, don't give liquor to people that's already having a hard time. Don't do that. Let them drink to, and then you'll let them drink to forget their troubles and let them forget they are poor. So that's what happens. When you become an alcoholic, a lot of times nothing matters after that. You don't care if your kids have nothing. I mean, I'm talking about severe alcoholic. You don't care. You'll be out just waiting for your next drink, and that's any addiction. Not just alcohol, but this is what it's talking about in here. What does the word alcohol mean in Arabic? Y'all remember we studied that? I gotta go to the restroom too. Body eating spirit, flesh eating spirit, man eating spirit. Man eating spirit, flesh eating spirit, body eating spirit. That is what the definition of alcohol is. And they say alcohol eats you from the inside out, right? It rots your organs, it rots your stomach, it can erode your throat, it can erode your gums with teeth if you throw up a lot. And you do not be yourself when you on alcohol, most times. Right? You do things that put yourself in jeopardy. Medicines is the same thing, Jennifer. We have some shows, I mean, not shows, some classes about pharmakia. We just did one the other day. Pharmakia is the root word for pharmacy, and it means spells, incantation, and witchcraft, and poison. That's what pharmacy means. Y'all see that the pharmacist is talking about doing a walkout. I gotta go to the bathroom. Sorry, I gotta pee. And then we're gonna finish this real quick. Was it not last year this time when we talked about stocking up on medicine, and now they talking about the pharmacists is about to strike? Y'all seen that? And they closing down all the CVS's and stuff. And we've been doing natural medicines and learning, going outside and finding out what's a painkiller and what ain't, and all of that. Yep, right on time, y'all. Promise y'all. It was this year last time we was talking about it. Get it. I'm just gonna say this. I'm grateful we did this. Just order some gas masks. They on sale for Prime Day. I know Auntie told us. It's a lot of stuff that's on sale. The food is on sale too. Good job, Monique. Good job. I'm grateful to everybody that listens. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Even if you put it in your car, hopefully you go buy it now. But people called us crazy. We didn't give a damn. We got our stuff. Who don't care if they call you crazy now? You said, yeah. So is crazy. I sure am crazy because I can have blueberries anytime I want to, whether they on the shelves or not. You right, that's crazy. I can make me some chicken fettuccine if it ain't no chicken in the store. You right, I'm crazy. I can make my baby some eggs, pasta, and or bread. You right, I'm crazy. They want some scrambled eggs, I can make some. Now we ain't gonna be able to do no over easy, but they can have some eggs. We got rice, beans, pasta, peanut butter, oil, salt and pepper, herbs. What? Oh, okay. Sounds good to me. Anzu, good morning. You said only people gonna be looking hungry is the crazy ones. And yeah, looking crazy is the hungry ones. And is Monet. And is. We got seeds for our inside. We got our hydro garden set up. Don't we, y'all? Even if we ain't used them yet, we got them. I forgot to show y'all what came yesterday. I put it on the list. Don't be talking crazy. It was on there. Oh, yes. Remember we talked about it not being running water? Or if the electricity goes off, then the water that we have access to that just turns on, there's no pumps to pump the water. They don't come in 3 packs, baby. You have to normally. I mean, unless they sell them like that, you got to buy them separate. But they on sale on YouTube right now. I mean, Amazon. You're welcome. This is the portable shower, right? Comes with a hook that you can either hang up, suction cup up, right? Because if there's no running water, how you gonna shower? How you gonna bathe? Yeah, powdered milk. Oh, I thought that was a spider web in the box. I was about to lose it. Like, really? Without wasting water, exactly. Well, you got to think about it. If the electricity goes out, there's no running water. So even if you get a hold to some water, how's it gonna move through your shower? Right? And you're gonna need, like you said, to not waste water. So this little baby here actually heats up the water too. It'll tell you the temperature. Now I just got it, so it's probably not. Oh, there it go. You see? It tells you the temperature and it starts to heat up the water. And you just hook this in here and you can hang it up. So if you got a bucket You sit this part down in the bucket, and it's rechargeable. So guess where we can charge this? I put it on the Amazon list. I did. I can plug this right into here. I got my little solar power panel thing, and this will charge this. Do you hear me? So everybody can still take a shower if there's no running water, because all I need is a bucket. And I can, because I got my stove, my heated stove, I can heat the water up. If I have to pour hot water in there before, because you don't want to boil this and you don't want to boil this and mess it up. But you could boil water, put enough warm water in the bucket or hot, pour some cold in there, and you can still take a very comfortable shower. It don't gotta be cold. Because if it's no running water, how you gonna move the water around? And you don't want to run whole baths. So this is a way for you to be able to heat up water on your little stove or whatever you got, pour it in a bucket, pour some cold in there, and at least take a warm shower and not cold all the time. It's just a solar panel charger. You can go on my Amazon bio. They in there. Look in the Amazon blue link and go to survival list or disaster preparedness. It's in there. You're welcome. If you're new here, we got 2 videos on YouTube. Survival and Survival 2.0. You can type in CERCA TROVA 22 YouTube or whatever. Type in Survival, CERCA TROVA 22 Survival. Those videos will come up. Okay? And so this is something you're gonna need. Because if there's no running water, and like you said, you're trying to save, you don't want to have to be running whole tubs of water if water is scarce. Yes. You said you used a storage tote to bathe when you were homeless, living in an abandoned house. Come on, honey, listen. I used a rice cooker because I had a plug in my van. I would pour some water, a bottle of water in that rice cooker. Use that to brush my teeth, wash under my arms and everything. I'm right there with you. And heat my car up. And did. Because the windows didn't go up. So I would put that thing up over there and turn it, because I had a little plug in my thing, the house plug. I would put some water in there. It would steam my car up and get it all warm, and I would go to sleep. For real, for real. That's the truth, honey. I used one of those silver pots. My granny used to cook greens in them too. I didn't have to boil water and pour it in the yeah, Tom. I cooked in that thing and used it to wash up. I had a bowl in there, and I pour that hot water in there and sit and wash myself up, and then get everything where it needs to be. Yep, and did. Yeah, I'm grateful for that kind of stuff now. The military needs me. Well, we got our own military over here. We got our own brigade right here. One time you had to use candles to warm up water. They work too. If candles are fried chicken. And food. All right. Go down, man. What's going on here? Oh, turn. There we go. They have some of these that come with the foldable bags too. They come with 4 bags or 3 bags or 2 bags. The laundry hamper looking things, but they're small. I think they're 2 gallons of water or something. So look for these on there, different ones. That'll go down, but you can go and get your water heated up and do whatever you need to do. So, we don't know what's going to happen, and we want to be prepared. Yeah. The the way things going, we need all of it in the future. Yeah, that's why we got tents. Think about it. We got our tents, so we can still shower if we near a creek or something. We got the stuff to filter our water. We can still cook, wipe stuff down if we need to. Keep the water on top of kerosene. Yeah, yeah. We got our terracotta pots to make our radiator heaters, alcohol, cotton balls, cans, the whole nine. That reminds me, I need to get some cotton balls too. I'm getting some of those tents to have in my car just in case, yeah, because we don't know. We got fishing poles, we do. We got lava rocks. I mean, we might not be the best survivalists, but we just not gonna be out here bad though. We save our lint from the lint dryers and do. I got so many of them things. I need to start. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I need to start making them little packs. I'm gonna do that sometime this week. You're right. I'm gonna go on and get them made before I have to be conserving my energy. So you're right. If you got a vacuum sealer, you can take a piece, the lint you take off your dryer and your old the things you throw in there, the what you call them, static clean sheets. You can make a pack of those, and you cut them. You wrap the dryer lint in the old dryer sheets, cut them and seal them up, and that's a fire starter. So you don't even have to waste the lint in your dryer or the dryer sheets. You know, we've been throwing them away forever. You put them in a vacuum seal thing, you cut them, and then you got small end. We learned that like what last year? Somebody taught us that. Don't waste the lint no more, and don't waste them dryer sheets. And if you got an old iron, you can do it with an old iron because you could just use. You ain't gotta use vacuum seal or whatever. You can go get some regular Ziploc bags, suck the air out with your vacuum cleaner, lay them in there, cut them, and use the iron to burn it if you have to. You ain't got to have the thing because it ain't nothing but an iron. So we got an old iron, or go to the Goodwill, get your little cheap iron, and use that. Come on. But we want to make our packs now because we got it all. But what if there's no energy to burn it? So we need to go ahead and get that stuff put up and get that stuff done. Now it's time to just be making sure we got everything where it needs to be. Yeah, you bagged them up already. All right. Come on. I'm so proud of y'all. We got some stuff to do now. Now we got everything in. Now we got to start getting, we got to start getting back to dehydrating. This is going to be an important time now. So food banks, I would be hitting them up, getting as much canned goods and all of that stuff. Pasta, rice, everything they get. Whatever's going bad, you can dehydrate that. Cut off the old parts like our old folks used to do and dehydrate that mess. Yeah. You said I almost slapped him. You should have went in there and asked him, could you have it? Okay, so let's get back here. So we are in Proverbs 31. Now we at the 8th verse because I'm not going to be on here all day. I got some stuff I got to do, y'all. This business stuff. It takes up my whole day. You don't have a dehydrator, you can get one from the Goodwill, or you can do it in your air fryer or what is it? Oven. Where there's a will, there's a way. A flat iron. Oh yeah, a flat iron will do it too, auntie. Yep. Where there's a will, there's a way, honey. We don't use our cane over here. Nowhere. Unless it's something we don't want to deal with, like some curry stuff. But as far as us being okay, yeah, we can't. Not at all. It's gonna happen. The Bible says, "Speak what you want, say what you're looking for." All right, here we go. Speak up for people who cannot speak up for themselves. Let's say that again. Speak up for people who cannot speak for themselves. Help people who are in trouble. Stand up for what you know is right and judge all people fairly. Protect the rights of the poor and those who need help. Do we do that over here? We stand up for what's right. We don't care what nobody say. And go away. We'll bust your head. We give to the poor. We make sure the poor is good. I mean, hell, we ain't too far away from them, but we take care of those that have less than us. And we ain't putting ourselves on a pedestal, but I'm just showing you how we do what we do around here, don't we? When I was doing them numbers yesterday, I said, "Woo, God, thank God I'm not a greedy person, a selfish person, or no nothing." Cause woo, ooh, y'all, I could have did a lot of things. You hear me? Like, ooh wee, I could have. I said, "Woo," and I said, "Wait a minute," because sometimes I don't want to look at it. Sometimes I don't want to see it because I don't. Sometimes when I have to go through there, I'd be like, "Wow, nope." Listen, it be a hurtful thing sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, Tucker, are you crazy? Maybe you is crazy a little bit. Lord, you heard me deep, Shrek. That's how I be feeling, but I know it's for a good thing. It's only so many things you're gonna be able to carry, honey. All right, y'all. Now here go the ugly part. Is we ready? Y'all remember we said this message is androgynous. Here go the ugly part right here. Is we ready? Okay, we had Proverbs 31. You said, hold in my throat now. Mm. We gonna say how to find the perfect spouse. That's what we gonna say. We ain't changing the word. It's just this applies all the way around. Is what we gonna say. How hard is it to find the perfect spouse? How hard is it to find the perfect spouse? You said, oh no. They are worth far more than jewels. So a good woman or a good man is worth more than diamonds. But ain't that what everybody want right now? Women are divorcing men and not marrying men because they cannot give them a big ring. Even though he a hardworking man and gonna take care of home. If he can't give them a big ring to show other people, they don't want it. When it's saying the person is more valuable than the jewels. The person is more valuable than what they can give you or what other people see or how y'all fake living life in front of the camera, in front of the church, in front of your family, in front of whoever. A good person, come on. Loyalty is priceless. Come on. Here we go. Her husband depends on her, or his wife depends on him. Are you a dependable spouse? Or do you always just get whatever you want from your spouse, and then whenever it comes for them bending over backwards for them, that you're not gonna do it? Oh, I'm not gonna do that. Can your spouse count on you? Are you dependable? Do you go where you say you gonna go? Do you be where you say you was at? Do you hide money? Do you lie? Do you cheat? Do you steal? What is it that you do that makes you not a dependable spouse? Now, the only person that can answer this question is your spouse. You can't even answer it for yourself because you cannot tell a person what you are to them. They can only tell you what you are to them. People eat bugs. We're just not going to talk about the bad things that happen over here. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not. We're not talking about all the things that can go bad. We don't do that. I understand it had bugs in it. Go buy another bag of rice. Might have been one out of the whatever. Go get one. I'm not understanding. You're gonna get so hungry, you're gonna knock them bugs out. It's about to be ugly. Folks is gonna be eating trash and they kids. I think I might have to just eat the bugs, better than my kids, because the Bible said that women are gonna be giving birth and running up in the hills and eating their babies. So it's okay. Listen, what you gonna do? Throw it out and get some more. It happens. We don't know. Maybe we just gotta go with what we got. But in a minute, you ain't gonna be worried about the blue weevils. They gonna add flavor to it. Cause if it ain't nothing in the store, not tomatoes loaded. I know where this is going. FDA allows so many bugs in the food. Learn that working in the manufacturing and public. Come on. They gonna add a little pepper or something. Here in a minute. You ain't gonna give a damn about eating no right. It ain't been cooked yet. It ain't went bad. Oh yeah, wash it. Go on down there to the creek and wash it off. We gotta eat that right. Listen here. It ain't gonna matter. That or plastic rice. I don't know. That probably ain't got no weevils in it. Anyway, listen here. That part. Right. He will never be poor. I'm going to read this again. How hard it is to find the perfect spouse or wife or husband. They are worth more than jewels. His or her, however this goes, spouse depends on them. They will never be poor. So that means if you a spouse that tried to take the person that you was married to for everything they own, were you a good spouse? If you a baby mama or a baby daddy and you try to ruin a person's life so that they don't have nothing, are you a good spouse? It don't matter if you help them build it or not. Oh, I left them with nothing. I took them for every dime they had. Oh, because you wasn't a good spouse in the beginning. Because a person that truly cared about you, they not going to care. You can have it all. I want you to be happy even if it's not with me. So these people out here that try to extort people out of money. You said, why are you describing my ex? I'm calling HR. I knew it. I told y'all get y'all stuff. This is what I just went through. Let my baby get everything. I know y'all. All right. Oh dang, y'all made me miss my page. Okay. Let me get my stuff together. I told y'all to get y'all stuff together. Let me get my stuff together. Okay. Just got here and your shield is coming up because I already know you said let your tomatoes loaded. I ain't tripping. I heard you. I got to get my stuff together. I'm watching y'all because I'm about to step on some toes this morning. I already know. Thank you, Joy. All right. So if you got a good wife or a good husband, it said you'll never be poor. If you got a good wife or a good husband, then you always gonna have at least what you need. You cannot tell me you a good wife or a good husband and your spouse's needs are never being met. And I'm not talking about sexually. If your relationship is only about what you get out of it, you're not a good spouse. Husband that thinks your wife is supposed to serve you and you don't have to worry about her needs and her wants, which are not the same as yours. Wife who you will push your husband into an early grave because you want to keep up with your girlfriends. So even when he telling you he tired and he don't want to work this job no more because you want to keep up your lies and keep up spending up all his money to keep up with your raggedy friends that you don't know, would let him step down and take a different job just to have him at the house. I'm gonna just come over here. Okay. She does good for her husband all her life. He do good for his wife, not just when he first get her. Not just for the first 7 years you take care of her. The whole time she yours. The whole time he yours. Just put this right here because I know what's about to happen when I read this next one. I might need to stand up and brace myself in it. All right. It says they never cause you trouble. A good spouse never causes you trouble. Can we go look up the definition of trouble? Please go look up the definition of trouble. I'm good. You won't get no apples from me. Listen here. Ooh, ooh, baby mamas and baby daddies, you trying to cause trouble? You're not a good spouse. I don't care what you did for them. What's the definition of trouble? What's the definition of trouble? Trouble. Trouble, difficult, or problem. Difficulty or problems. You gonna be difficult? You a difficult husband? You a difficult wife? You always causing more problems than you are solutions? You're not a good spouse. Cause distress or anxiety. I'm gonna show y'all a very ugly picture of CERCA. 3 years apart. Crazy. Let's do it this way so I can cut. I'm ashamed to show this. This is 3 years apart.
had a spouse that caused me problems. I had a spouse that caused me anxiety daily. I had a spouse that didn't treat me right. When I left him, I was 101 pounds. Y'all see how chunky I am? So I can teach from this message because I didn't cheat on him. I made sure it was food in there. I made sure he had every single thing that he needed, but he continually caused problems in our marriage for no reason. And it stressed me out. So much so that I didn't know if I was going to even live to get out of the marriage. Now, it wasn't no physical abuse. But if I got to worry about you taking money out of the account or listening to your mama, and then you ain't paying no bills, and we got to worry about being evicted, and lights being off when I've been a single mama since I was 16, and my babies ain't never came home and flicked the light, and it didn't work, whether I had a job or not. Who said God didn't ordain it? You might not want to say that. Because this man asked for a second chance at marriage way before I ever knew him. Somebody had to be the person that was going to get. God is an honest God. He told God, if you give me another wife, I'm gonna do right by her. It just so happened to be my first marriage, and he didn't keep his word to God. That's why I wasn't really tripping. I get to get out because you made a vow to God. I did my part. I got up, I did what I was supposed to do, paid the bills, kept the food. I did what I was supposed to do, boo. You the person that didn't keep your vows to God. I kept mine. That's why I get to get married again, bro. You stepped out of our marriage, not me. You was the one not coming home, not me. I was home. I didn't have to delete no messages. I didn't have to sneak and go do nothing. There wasn't nobody coming and telling you nothing about me that was true. That's why he said if he could go back. Oh, I bet I told you. He said, you're right. I was going to be looking for you in the daylight with a flashlight, and he is. And I told you I don't even want to be your friend because you wasn't a good husband to me. Ain't no way. You wasn't a good friend, then you wasn't a good husband, and now you still not a good friend. Getting back with you is like going to the funeral home and just laying on in a casket. You ain't going to cause me nothing but stress because you don't want to grow as a person. You will always blame me for your shortcomings because you don't want to grow because you're not a good spouse. For folks be getting married 1,000 times and don't realize it ain't everybody else. It's you. Oh, I'm on my fourth husband because you still ain't learned. It ain't them. You still have not learned relationship. This is why you got to keep getting married over and over. Like I told him, look, it took me to 36 to get married because I ain't trying to be stuck with nobody I don't want now. That's not going to make me happy, that don't care about my needs and my wants and the things that are important to me. Absolutely not. Just because you get married don't mean you marry somebody. But you also have to understand that God got to honor other people's prayers. Yes, because my stepkids, especially, it's one of my stepchildren that I was so connected to. I believe I was connected to this boy more than his mama and his daddy. And he respect me a lot more than he do his mama and his daddy. And I ain't trying to be funny. But if I told him something, he did it. If his parents told him, he'd damn near flip him the bird. I ain't worried about nothing. They say, man, please get the hell out of here. I say, boy, get your, come here. And his folks, they're scared of that boy. People see him and they drop their head. And I be like, get your ass, come over here. He be like, Mom, why you tell me, man? But he respect me because I took care of his needs. Whenever he came around me, he knew mama was going to slide him a little change. I know you ain't doing right, but here, you hungry?
Your daddy got some new t-shirts up there. I just went and picked him up. I got him a belt too. Come here. My dude, there you go. Come here. So when I talk to him, because I listened to what he had to say, he listened to what I had to say. So if his parents had not heard from him in 2 months, and I got my daughter on the phone and said, call this boy, call him, because he'll answer for my daughter too. Call him. And she'll just hand the phone to me and say, Mom, I want to talk to you. Hey, boy, what is you doing? Didn't I tell you the last time you was here, what I tell you, the dream I had about you, boy? Now look at you. But when I tell y'all, God used to tell me everything this boy used to be on, I would dream it and write it down, and then I just tell him a dream, and he had just nodded, said like, man, was understood, don't need, yep, mine. Ooh, he said his friends used to leave and be like, how does she know that's what we just did, bro? We just did it. How does she know? Yeah, I knew 2 weeks ago. That's why I called my son and said, be careful. Mind you, he ain't even my blood. I didn't birth him. But every time I went to sleep, God was showing me something about the things that this baby used to be in. And so I didn't say, oh, I would pray the blood over my bonus baby because I knew he was about to be in some mess. I would pray the same prayers that I pray over my biological children. And even though I knew he was doing wrong, God protect my baby. Protect him. I still got all the journal entries about me, God waking me up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm writing down a dream I had about this baby. It's a real thing, and he still got my heart too. I ain't said I love everybody else, but that baby got my heart. He do. He just a different kid, and I feel like he don't really be getting. I don't know. Anyway, okay, here we go. So you're not a good spouse if you're constantly causing your spouse trouble. I don't care what you lie and tell everybody else in the world. If you're constantly causing stress and anxiety and trouble for your spouse, you're not a good spouse. If they dread coming home, if they dread coming to talk to you about something, if they have to be anxious to talk to you about the finances, you're not a good spouse. So it's caused trouble. Trouble is anxiety, distress. So do you cause your spouse distress on purpose? Anxiety on purpose. Y'all hear my stomach? Because I'm always hungry. It's just moving around. Y'all hear? Mm-mm. Moving on. See, y'all ain't never heard proverbs like this, have you? The 31. Okay. Ooh-wee. She is always gathering wool and flax and enjoys making things with her hands. You're not always thinking about yourself in your marriage and what you can get. You collecting for your family. Where is Lucille with the breakfast? Uh-oh. She is like a ship from a faraway place. She brings home food from everywhere. How many times have I told y'all? I done been around people that feed themselves before they feed their kids. They'll go out to eat and know that their kids ain't got nothing and eat in front of their babies. Husbands, they do it too. Daddies and mamas. You brought food, but only for yourself. You treat yourself real good and your kids eat scraps. We see it on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook all the time. Mama's got whole crab boils, but babies is going to be eating noodles for the rest of the week. Mama's is doing the duck challenge, but ain't nothing else in the refrigerator. Daddy is taking hoes out to eat so he can get tack that booty, but the babies ain't had a good meal in I don't know how long.
And you can see the kids in the background because they like, why is this B or this nigga front? We hungry. Say y'all ain't seen it. Mama got a new wig on, but babies ain't ate nothing this whole week. They eating whatever the school sent home. If that. But mama got a new bottle of Casamigo sitting on the couch. You've seen it in person. Come on. Babies ain't had no clean drawers, new drawers, t-shirts, a bed. Honey, I'm a bad B. You right? Oh, I'm that nigga. You right. Because niggas is ignorant to everything that's going around them. And ain't nothing good about being a bad female dog. Have you ever saw how female dogs conduct themselves? They always went around with their leg up like this. That's what bad babies do. They always in heat. They always in a nigga face, always trying to take a nigga down to nothing. Get what they can and throwing that thing around to whoever will sniff it. All the dogs in the neighborhood that sniffed around that good old behind. And ain't thought about taking your kids nothing. My stepdaughter about to be with it and her kids have nothing, but she got a $400 lace front. Baby, I'm trying to tell you. These are, listen, and $300 nails, babe. And $150 toes, babe. But you ain't got your rent money. You got all of these things, but you ain't even got 2 months of food if they cut your food stamps. You ain't got 2 months of food stored up in your house where y'all can eat the same for the next 2 months if they cut your food stamps off. But you got a $700 wig on that you done ran out the store with or ran off on the plug. Because this ain't even really your life. That's why I told you I do not be envious of people that I know their lives is stolen. It ain't even your real life. You can't even afford that life for real. It's not a game. Selling stamps to get their nails done. It's not a game. Folks were selling stamps during 2020 to go out of town. Go to Florida and turn up. And their kids was at home hungry. No? Your babies ain't seen none of that food from COVID. We ain't gonna talk about that. I told you I was gonna need my moving on. I'm just going to finish. Okay, so right here. Ooh. It says she brings home food from everywhere. She wakes up early in the morning and cooks food for her family. When's the last time you seen these heifers cooking anything? And they definitely ain't getting up early because they've been turned up all night. So they in a bed till 1 o'clock. Can't even get your babies up and take them to school. Don't even know if your baby went out of the house with drawers on, if they hair combed, if they face washed, or nothing.
manager license plate expired, but she all she taught is a. We in Proverbs 31. Argue about with it. But they fly though, they cute. Babies ain't got no beds, but they cute. It's one dry towel in the whole house, but they cute. Mama and daddy eat real good, smoke good, drink good, party good, but babies ain't had a new pair of shoes. Y'all know how many kids go to school without drawers on? In the cold. Y'all know how many babies go to school without coats? But they mama got and daddies is riding good and partying good. It's a lot of kids that go to school without. I'm talking about all the way up in the high school. It's a lot of kids that don't go home to running water, but they mama and daddy on Facebook turned up. And these are the kids that get to school and they get teased for being stinky. Well, why you think they stinky? Why you think they clothes dirty? Why you think they angry? Because they didn't eat this morning before they left. Mama was turned up on TikTok all night drinking and got everybody in the hood over there. So the baby couldn't even do their homework, couldn't ask no questions to get their homework done because mama's turned up and daddy is turned up and they smoking and got blunts going and all of this and that. But the baby ain't got no help with the homework. Babies can tell you how to roll a bleezy better than the grown folks, but they can't tell you their ABCs. Can't read, can't write, can't do nothing, but mamas and daddies is turned the hell up every day. Baby don't even know how to spell their name. Second grade, you can't tell me how to spell your name. But they know all the tic-tac dances, though. And every rap song and every Meg Thee Stallion song and how to flick their hair to the side and do hair. They know all of that. Mm. So not only are you not a good spouse because you cause your spouse trouble and stress and anxiety, and you don't be worried about nobody eating but you. You ain't bringing no clothes and wool in the house to keep everybody good. Oh, okay, you only worried about yourself. Move on. It says she is always gathering wool and flax, and she enjoys making things with her hands. She is like a ship from a faraway place, and she brings home food from everywhere. This is the androgynous message. He and she. They wake up early in the morning to cook for their families. Okay, 16. They look at land and they buy it. It didn't say buy chariots and horses. It said they look at land. She, but we using this as an androgynous message, so we putting they there. They didn't spend $50,000 on a vehicle. They took $50,000 and put it down on a piece of land. They didn't pay $1,000 a month for a car payment. They paid $1,000 a month for a mortgage. All right. She uses the money, or they use the money they have earned and plant a vineyard, a garden. If the stores stop giving us food right now, how long can you last? What seeds do you have in your house? Do you have canned meat stored up? What you got? And she doesn't have to beg for money from her spouse. Neither one of them. Because some men come home and give their whole check and their wife won't give them nothing. Then you have wives like myself, ex-wives, that did her part, and then there's the mother-in-law in the ear talking about this is what you shouldn't be doing. But the nigga ain't never been stable prior to now. He been in the same space for 5 years. I think that deserves something. He's all over the place before he met me. Everywhere. It says, and gives the servants their share. She looks at land and buys it. She uses the money she has earned to plant a vineyard. She works very hard. She is strong and able to do her work. She works late into the night to make sure her business earns a profit. Oh, I ain't about to do nothing. My husband gonna take care of me. So what happened if he can't? What happened to y'all empire? Since you so lazy and want to be a trophy wife and don't cook and don't clean and don't do none of that. What are you good for besides laying on your back, hun? Sir, you coming around, you got that meat stick, but you can't fix a tire, don't know how to check oil, hang a light, change a light switch, fix the toilet, nothing. You don't even know the damn car knocking, sir. Needs a little oil and some transmission fluid and some power steering fluid, and that tire needs some air. You don't hear that? You didn't hit that. You need a new. You're not just that amazing. Man or woman, you're not just that amazing. I'm sorry. You won't have them long if you lay all the stress on them. They either gonna cut out one way or another. The juice ain't worth the squeeze half the time. What you done said? You get this much juice in there. The orange is this damn big, and I got this much juice. I don't want to pour some. I'm still thirsty. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Oh God. All right. It says she makes her own thread and weaves her own cloth. She always gives to the poor and helps those who need it. She does not worry about her family when it snows. She has given them all good, warm clothes. She makes sheets and spreads for the bed, and she wears clothes of fine linen goodwill. Her husband is a respected member of the city council, where he meets with the other leaders. She makes clothes and belts and sells them to the merchants. She is a strong person, and people respect her. She looks to the future with confidence and she speaks with wisdom and teaches others to be loving and kind. She oversees the care of her house and she is never lazy. Her children say good things about her. Her husband brags about her and says, there are many good women, but you are the best. Grace and beauty can fool you, but a woman who respects the Lord should be praised. Give her the reward she deserves and praise her in public for what she has done. You ain't taking care of your house, but you worried about what people are saying about you on the internet. Oh, you ain't telling people to go do stupid stuff like show their coochies to folks out online and talking about licking on rectum holes and whatnot. Telling people to go scam people and sell their body for bags. That don't even be real. You done did all that, girl, for a DH gate bag. God dang it. Let him turn you out to all his friends for a DH gate bag. Daquana. Girl, he went on DH Gate and got it. Yes, DH Gate. So you did all that, girl, for a DH Gate bag. Well, amen. Thought she was getting the Birkin. Listen. Or the hair store. Come on. Come on. Come on. He went and got you some bundles that the homegirl went and snatched out of there. He didn't pay her nothing but a little bit of that good old, all the girls in the bathroom. And there go your bundle. You said you woke up with it early today and did. I've been up since 3 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm stirring the pot for y'all. Don't even worry about it. A series of unfortunate events, okay? That's one of my favorite movies. I used to call my baby Lemony Snickets when she was little. I did. My youngest child, I used to call her Lemony Snickets because it seemed like her hair, she mixed. So her hair used to be all, and she'll wake up like how he used to be looking. I used to, Lemony Snickets! And she'll just smile, hi, Mommy! Boy, she used to be looking just like Jim Carrey with that, and she had that curly fro. Boy, hilarious. Rainisha, we already knew. If you've been here long enough, you know if the news is telling you it's too late. We already knew. We don't got to think nothing. We got our stuff, girl. Yes, I used to call her Lemony Snickets. Indeed. Sometimes I still call her that. Listen, I be having crazy names. But my kids was fatter, fatty head, water, and pooter. They didn't have so many different names. Over time, their nicknames changed. My son used to be fatty head because his head was real big, and you know how they be like when they run, it's like they about to topple over. So we used to call him fatty head. And then my daughter was born. My brother called her Piggy Pig because she was round, and my other brother used to call her a little Sal. And then he called me a Sal, and he called her Piggy Pig. And then my other brother called my son Runty, because he was the littlest one out of all the nieces and nephews. Like, they got a whole bunch. Cag, they said he had a cag head or a keg head. So, yeah, he got about 1,000 names. And, yeah, they all got a whole bunch of woulda, coulda, shoulda. It just depends on where they're going. Yeah. Listen, they got a whole bunch of names. Everybody got a different name for them. The church people call them one name, Ladybug, this and that, and they answered to all of them. That's black kids for you, though. They'll tell you they'll give you their first name and their middle name, and then all of their nicknames, and then their last name. What's your nickname? Boo Boo, Granny Man, Tata, and Smith. Because you didn't ask them what their name is, well, they got about 100 of them. So then there's that. They gonna give you all the names, every last one of them. Not Dingaling and Stink Stink. Ooh, yeah, I got some. We got some like Pokies and Doonies and Poonies and all of that. We got some Pumpkin. Yes. We got people that's named after animals and everything. Like, it's not a game. And they answer. One of my cousins was Muntrat. No joke. Like, why? They used to call him Munchie. What is a Muntrat? What is that? No joke. He's dead and gone, so I can say it now. That was his name, for real. Hooey. Hilarious. Like I think they were trying to call him a muskrat, but I don't think that's how it came out. Your brother is Tank. I work with a Tank. Hmm. You know, folks from the country, Boogaloo was my son's nickname for his gritty. Come on, it's a real thing. Hey y'all, everybody thinking about their nickname. Look, I gotta go to the restroom again. Gotta pee. So, no, I didn't just get on. We've been on for an hour, 2 hours, just right now. So let me ask y'all a question. Who learned that you might not be as good a spouse as you thought today? Being honest. That there might be some areas of your self that you need to tune up while you telling everybody you a good spouse. Ain't saying you ain't almost a good one. I knew I wasn't. My mouth gets me in trouble. Uh-oh. We have a fish head. I believe. Listen. Me, I need work. Ooh, come on. That's why I said this is an androgynous message. They said, but the Bible says a man's supposed to go find a house, get it prepared, and bring the woman there. So there's different things that you're supposed to be doing. If you causing your wife stress and she got to worry about how she gonna pay the bills and how she gonna get the car fixed, and you live in a certain way, you're not a good spouse either. If she can't sit down and talk to you, or he can't sit down and talk to you about the finances without feeling anxiety, worried about if you're gonna blow up or if you're gonna lie to him, say these, you're not a good spouse. Now I gotta go to the bathroom. Think about it when I come back. And when I come back, and we're gonna talk about it. So the Proverb 31 woman just don't apply to women. It applies to spouses in general. Ooh. All right, y'all. I told y'all I woke up and chose violence this morning. It wasn't that bad, but oh, I literally as I was saying that, the text came up. She chose violence today, Queen. Really? You ain't even gonna let me have my own word? Damn. It literally, I'm walking in saying it, and I come and it's literally, she just, hilarious. That's funny. Come on, Demario. That's what I'm talking about. It's a team effort, y'all. Do not let this society tell you a house divided against itself can't stand. So if you're not gonna support your spouse, you tearing down your own house, crazy. Cause somebody gonna move in and do exactly. They gonna tell you not to, cause they plan on moving in there. Real life. Them spiritual whoopings hit different, and they do, but they make you better, baby. Wouldn't you rather get all this stuff out now, especially with what the time we in? We don't know if they gonna blow us to smithereens or not. A lot of us might not even be alive in 6 months. We don't know. You want to make sure you right with God. It ain't about proving your point and all of that. You want to make sure that you are like, if God gave you a husband or a wife, it is your duty to treat them right and not how you think they should be treated. How many times have I told y'all, you can tell people, oh, I know I'm a good wife or I know I'm a good husband, but if your spouse don't think so, then you're only a spouse to them. So it don't matter if your mom say, oh, I know my son a good husband. Do his wife think so? Because if his wife don't think so, then you're not a good husband. If your husband don't think you a good wife, guess what? Then you're not a good wife. If your kids don't think you a good parent, it don't matter who on the outside of your house say you is. You ain't parenting them. You only parenting your children. So whatever your relationship to that person is, if they don't feel like you are that, then you might want to reevaluate telling people what you are. Oh, I know I was a good parent. I used to tell my kids, I don't know why God gave y'all to me. I'm probably one of the worst parents on the planet. I used to cry all the time, like, why you get these kids to me? I don't even understand. You should have gave them a better mama than me. For real. No, I'm serious. You can ask my kids, they'll tell you. I used to call and say, hey, I have absolutely no idea of why God gave y'all to me. Because if I had my choice, I probably wouldn't have gave y'all to me. You in that season right now, you feel so lost sometimes. It's all right, baby girl. God is gonna listen. Every day you get up, you ask him how to parent your children, it will get easier. See, we parent them from what we know. You didn't manufacture them, you just incubated them. My kids say so now. They do. I mean, I still spaz and we still have our issues. But overall, my kids call me and tell me thank you a lot. Because, like I told them, the things that I'm telling you right now, they don't sound like nothing that the world is saying to you. But I guarantee you they're going to be valuable. And they call me all the time and say it. Mom, thank you that we came home to a house that always had food in it. That you always, even if we didn't have, we had to go live with somebody, you slept on the floor and gave us the bed or the couch. When we was in a car, I went and put my kids in a shelter and I slept outside in the car. So when they woke up every morning to come out after breakfast, they could see me. Getting ate up by mosquitoes, maybe ain't had a real shower or bath in 9 days. But I wanted my kids to know that I was doing everything that I could to get us back in a good situation. My kids have seen me go from 140 pounds down to 0, making sure they eat 3 times a day. They would beg me. I lived off crackers and coffee for a minute. Crackers and coffee. I kid you not. My kids would cry. They say, Mommy, you going to eat? I said, I eat a little bit. I take a little bite off of their stuff. But I know we ain't got no food for tomorrow. I don't know what God doing right now. But now I'm just going to wait. I eat. We about to pass out and just ask God to give me strength. Walk into the store in the snow with 2 backpacks on, get in the store, get the groceries before they get up. I'm talking about it's blizzard snow. Something below. I done bundled up, fill these backpacks up. Well, fill the basket up. I'll push it out the store, pack my bag up, and walk back to the house. And the kids wake up and they be like, Mommy, when'd you go to the store? Because we didn't have no car. It's a lot of parents now. I ain't doing that. They pride gets in the way of them doing what they need to do for their family, whether it be their spouse, their hood, their wife, or their children. Pride gets in the way. Wanting people to think you living well, but your kids is living in hell, your husband or wife is living in hell. I don't respect you. I don't care. I tell one of my family members all the time, I did not deal with people. I didn't have friends that didn't take care of their kids. Cause I can't be friends with you. I had friends that be like, let's go get something to eat. I said, what you cooking your kids? Oh, they got noodles at the house. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not even that type of mama. My kids eat what I eat. So if I eat good and I can't take them none home, yeah, I'm probably not gonna go. Oh, Miss Social Worker, you have to tell them when you're not okay. Do you know why people used to talk crazy? I don't even know if none of my kids is up. She might be. Let's see. I'm about to show you something. Why you shouldn't do that. She might be asleep. I'm not talking to the other two right now. Good morning. Are you asleep?
No, I just woke up actually.
Okay, I'm on live.
Good morning, guys.
Okay, so did mom tell y'all when she was not okay? Like, did I live my life authentically in front of y'all?
Yeah, for the most part. Unless it was something major. Like, he really talked to us and you were very open, but then sometimes too, it just wasn't stuff that kids needed to know.
But overall, if we was being evicted, did y'all know?
Yeah,
If we didn't have a lot of food, did I tell y'all?
yeah.
If mom was sad and I was going through something, I said, y'all cooked, I did what I'm supposed to do, but can y'all just let mom have some time? If my heart was hurt, did I cry in front of y'all?
Yeah.
Cause
Sometimes.
most times. How many times did I tell y'all I don't know why God gave y'all to me?
Ooh, I don't even know if I can count.
Cause I was like, I don't know if I'm a good parent or not. I don't know why God gave y'all to me. Didn't I?
Really must make it happen.
Okay. Did mom not used to walk to the store in the cold and y'all would wake up when we didn't have no car and whatever y'all asked for, whether we had a car or not, would it not be there?
It was.
Okay. I love.
We was just talking about this the other day. We was walking in the snow to take me to my handbells.
Didn't we? At 5 o'clock in the morning, walking in the snow, no car, but you said you wanted to do handbells, and I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and walked to the school in the snow. I love you.
I love you too. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye. I begged her not to sign up for them damn handbells. I was so mad, but I said okay. So I had to bundle her up and walk her to school because they did not. I'm talking about for real. She had to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning. I told my kids real life because how else will I tell them what's coming for them? They're gonna be parents. There's gonna be times when they don't know what to do. You have to show them. When you hide and act like everything is okay, this is why kids don't be knowing what to do when they become a mother or a wife or a father or they don't know what to do. Because you didn't tell them. So they end up because they don't know how to deal. They need to see you not at 100% all the time because in life, they're not always going to be at 100%. The Bible says train a child up in the way that they should go. And when you act like you always got it together, you're not training them. Because the Bible said it's going to be a time for everything. It's going to be a time for happiness, a time for sadness, a time for this. So you putting up this united front is not helping your kids at all. Because you're giving them a false narrative of how life is going to be. Because when they life don't go right, then they think they a failure. No, you're supposed to tell them sometimes you ain't gonna have the money. Sometimes you ain't gonna have to, sometimes you not gonna understand. You're not giving them the tools that they need to live life effectively. This is how kids start going to steal because they say, oh, well, my mom always had it, so I gotta keep up this front. Like, I really gotta, blah, blah, blah. Nigga, you can see me walking, I don't care. Call me Shamar, honey. And Will. Long as my babies got what they need, I don't care what nobody else thinks because my kids don't look at me like that. See, y'all be more worried about how people view y'all than how y'all spouse and y'all family look at you. You don't want people to see you down, but your kids is tired of struggling because of your pride. Your kids is tired of dealing with a mama or daddy that's living a fake life, so they always irritated because when you a liar, you got to keep up that lie and it's real hard to do. So you always irritated. They tired. Your husband tired of you faking in front, and your wife tired of you faking in front. And this is why I try to encourage everybody. You better be the person that God made you. You'll be a lot happier. My two snakes when the lights off and water. Come on, Tamika. We live real life over here. So if y'all want to keep going with the what we call it, the veneer life, that'll be over on aisle 3. Because we live for real over here. Every day. We ain't trying to fake in front for nobody. If we ain't got it, we ain't got it. And we not about to put ourselves in situations to make it look like we got a life that we really can't even afford. And be miserable in the process. I want to thank you. I lived the life you were speaking and I gave attention that like, come on. You said she tap dancing on my head today. Listen here. I love y'all. But if we gonna be family, we gotta talk about the real issues. And I don't have to browbeat you, but you need to understand. This is why a lot of these babies are unaliving themselves because their parents fake. Their parents is fake. They will max out every credit card to make it look like. And then be beating on the kids and all of this stuff because to be a hard fake is hard. So being fake real hard. Because you always worried about somebody seeing if your life ain't really what you lied and said it is. Being fake real hard. And this is why people don't like me because I ain't about, they say you homeless and is. You in the shelter and is. You ain't had a job and don't. But my kids got what they need. Van or not. The shelter or not. They see that I always put them first in everything that I did. Listen, I don't care if you think my life is good if it ain't good. My mom faked the funk for people, and but the truth is her marriage was miserable and toxic. Baby, listen, honey, I'm not lying. I'm not about to be. Listen, yeah, listen. We just talked about we. I'm just gonna use me. I got on here. I said, look, this is my life. This is what it is. I just got divorced and left everything I own. I'm starting over. I didn't get on here fronting and faking like I had it like that and this and that. I said, I'm still walking because I left my daughter in my car and I ain't got one. When I ministered to people, I use my kids. I would call my kids just like I do right now. I call my kids and say, tell them. They lived it with me. So if you don't believe me, take it from child mouth. Then I'll go out. They can tell you. You will live better when you stop trying to meet society standards of what a good life is and you ask God what his view of a good life for you is. Your children will be happier. Your husband will be happier. A lot of people stressed out because they trying to live like the Joneses, and the Joneses is living on credit and stolen goods and scammed goods. Have y'all not seen all these people that get on the online and be faking and shaking, and then the truth come out that they never had none of that stuff. None of it was real. It was rented. It was, I ain't renting nothing. That's why I don't care about going to the Goodwill to get it. At least it's paid for. Can't nobody come knocking on my door talking about I owe them no money, and they is not calling all of my friends talking about what I owe. Because that's more embarrassing to me that everybody know that I can't even afford errands. Whereas I could have took $100 and got me a couch that's decent and saved up to go get the couch I want. Oh, they got rent-a-real, rent-a-tire, all of that. But you sleeping in an apartment, but you got a $70,000 truck that ain't even gonna be worth $30,000 in 2 years. Like what? $10,000 on music. But you live in an apartment. And not even a nice apartment. Hell, your bed on the floor, and I ain't knocking beds on the floor, but your car is lifted, but your bed ain't. Your car got good wheels on it, but your bed don't. You eat good on here, but ain't even got a table in your house. I always want to show us a picture of you in some cute clothes, but it's only 2 dry towels in your house. And as we can see from Blueface, a lot of money that he be counting out, they sure don't put it in the cabinets. You see this man with hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it ain't no food in that pantry. Baby in there scavenging like his mama on dope. But they got every diamond, jewel, video game. Hell, his bed on the floor. Oh, but he got a whole Hennessy cabinet. So your Hennessy bottle sleep better than your baby? I don't care how much money you flashing. We can see your kitchen, nigga. It's empty. Driving $100,000. Come on, auntie. But I ain't got no food. Listen. Listen. That's why I said when I watch people online, I be paying attention to their refrigerator and their cabinets. That's gonna tell me everything in your pantry. That's gonna tell me everything I need to know about what type of person you are. If you got a family, I don't care what you show on here. Let us see that pantry. Let me see your washroom. You got deodorant and stuff stocked up in there. Because that man be flashing all that money, but them cabinets, for as big as that pantry was, that pantry is probably as big as this room. There was nothing in it. Slim Jims, come on. Grandma Fly, why you ain't went over there, Grandma? You in everybody's business. Why you ain't went over there like old grandmas used to do and brought groceries for your grandkids? Hair flip. You know what your son meat do, but you don't know what them babies' bellies do. Why you all online talking about who you like and don't like your grandkids eating pumpkin? Why we didn't talk about that? You want to talk about Krishan and this person and that person, but ain't no food at your son's house, boo, for your grandson and granddaughter to eat. There's nothing in the cabinets, and you can't say we lying because we all seen it several times. Grandmas back in the day used to make sure their grandbabies had food, not be online trying to make a name for themselves. You know what he do with his meat, but you ain't no meat in the freezer. Oh. You can't be too concerned because your grandkids' pantry is empty. And I'm a grandma of 3, 2, so I know. I send it before they can even ask. Went to my daughter's house one time and saw, okay, this is the kind of cereal the baby eat. Boom, I'm sending boxes. So much so that the baby, she had to give away cases of the oatmeal, the rice, and everything else. Cases had to give it away. Because the baby didn't even eat it no more. But she had, so she said, Mom, look, I just went on here and found a whole nother box with like 10 boxes in it. I have to tell my mom to stop getting stuff from my son because we don't have no more room. That's exactly what they say to me, Nicole. That's exactly what my daughter just said when I went down there. They said, Mom, they opened the cabinet and said, look, we don't need nothing else. There's no room. I said, well, you sure? I think you might, or come get this food and do. And what a lot of parents don't realize is this. If you're talking about how bad of a parent your child is, do you realize there's probably things that you didn't teach them? Because people parent how they were parented most times. Not every time, but most people parent the way that they were parented. Is you gonna accept that fact? Oh, is that an eye roll? Shit, look. I'm just because I see the eye roll from Queen. I know what come after that. I'm just gonna put my shield up here. You said it is. Okay. So it's safe to come out yet. Uh-oh. Oh, y'all wasn't gonna talk about that? No. Yes, I had to get a shield, baby, because they be throwing tomatoes and plates of bacon and eggs and pancakes, waffles, turkey legs, rice and beans. I got to keep myself covered over here. You will be, Miss Nicole. Don't worry about it. All you gotta do is ask God every day. If you ask God to teach you how to parent every day, He will. I didn't just come out, young, and I still probably mess up. But every day I ask God, even still, because I never parented adult children before. So I'm in a whole new parenting league now. Parenting your Youth or adolescent children is different from parenting adult children. You cannot parent an adult the same way you parented them as a kid. So then your parenting style has to elevate. They're not 12, they're not 10. So whatever worked when they were 12 or 10, that's not going to work now. So then your parenting still needs to be grown. So that's it. That's how I'm about to go. Because I got a whole bunch of paperwork I got to do. Pray for me. I don't know if I'm going to be on this evening or not. Because this whole nonprofit stuff is hard. Hard. But my daddy got me. This is something I never had to do before. So I'm pushing myself. In my business per usual. I love you. I love you. He gave you a different way of helping. Come on, baby. That don't make it so stressful for you. Ain't nobody got time. Yeah. Just ask God. He got everything. The money, the resources. He got the information, the plan. He got everything. You don't got to be stressed out if you don't want to. Hey, y'all. We about to go. I might be on later. I might not. It just depends on how this whole paperwork stuff go that I got to do. So we'll see. But I figure I'll get on early and leave y'all something just in case y'all come looking for me. You see? You get married today? Trini, congratulations! Hey! Whoop, whoop. Y'all, Trini get married today. Oh, Trini, you must have had, you got baptized. And you said, yeah, God ain't about to catch me in fornication. Let me go and make this woman my wife. Good job. I'm telling you, who's shacking? Listen here. Listen, good job. Congratulations. Come on, y'all. Trini is getting married, y'all. Trini God is getting married. Congratulations. You racking them up, ain't you? You said, nah, this is real. I ain't about to be living how the world say no more now. Come on. It's a real thing. Good morning. Yes, honey. That part. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. He is not playing because he just got baptized. It ain't even been with a month or two. You is not playing. He said, I'm not. God won't catch me with my, listen. He said, and would. What's today? Okay, October the 11th. Good job. He's going to be married now. Right. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for y'all. Well, now it's time for me to go eat some food or something. I told you I got all this paperwork I got to do, so. Thank you. It's all because of our dad. I'm just the conduit. My dad was tap dancing on your head, not me. I'm just the voice recorder. Like y'all know how like we call and it's an automated system. Somebody real had to say that stuff, but every time we call back, it's just the recorded answers. That's kind of how I am. God said it. I'm just the recorded messages that you gotta hear. That's all. That's it. I'm just the recorded messages. You're welcome, Mr. Gentleman. You're welcome. You said you full this morning. Uh-oh, I done beat up on the men's head too, huh? I guess I thought I was a good spouse. Maybe I'm not. Good. Be better to her. Be better to her. And guess what? These things make our lives better, y'all. The more that we release the things that the devil has given us and the world has said is right, and we start to look at what? What are you talking about? What you mean what I say? What? I done said a lot of stuff. Listen. Be happy and go on and get your stuff together. God is having us release things that the world says is important. Oh, I was beating up on everybody. I beat up on everybody today. The men's and the women's. The men's. About being a good husband and being a good spouse. And if you cause your wife, we read Proverbs, yes. And it was talking about if you cause your spouse anxiety or stress, that you're not a good spouse. If you're not worried about taking care of your house, you're not a good spouse. We went over it. You can watch it on the rewatch. Yeah. And then we found out Trini getting married today, so I'm bruised up over here. Listen, I'm going back to watch the whole thing. This bus was running late this morning. Listen here. Listen. It make you think about how you are as a person. Because we can say we good, but if the person that we're supposed to be that person to don't think so, then probably not. Everybody over here, stop blocking my blessings. Then I ain't blocking no blessings. Don't nobody want me. I'm too mean. So there's that. They don't nobody want me because I'm too damn mean. That's listen. God want me. That's about it. That's the only he. Everybody else like, nah, she a headache. I won't be able to lie to her. I won't be able to look. The whole headache. Bye, y'all.